Maybe you don't even realize it anymore, but your body does. That subtle flinch when a man enters the room, the way your breath shortens when he gets too close, the half smile you wear when you're pretending to feel safe while your gut says, stay guarded. You may not say it out loud, but deep inside, a part of you doesn't trust men, and he can feel it. This video is not about blaming you. It's about understanding what's really happening inside and how that invisible armor might be repelling the very love and presence you long for. Your body records what your mind denies. If you've ever been hurt, betrayed, abandoned, or disappointed by a man, even subtly, your body remembers. And remembers not just the story, but the sensation. The tight chest, the defensive tone, the constant scan for inconsistency. Your nervous system began to associate men with alertness, with survival. And so, even when a good man appears, you don't soften. When he fills your walls. Most men won't say this out loud, but they can feel it. When you smile but don't trust. When you nod but don't receive. When you touch but don't open. They don't always know how to name it, but they feel the shutdown. And many will pull away, not because you're broken, but because connection requires energetic permission. He doesn't need you to be perfect, but he needs to feel welcome. The feminine body as a temple. Your body is a sacred space, a living altar. It was never meant to live in a defense mode. When you stop trusting, you stop radiating. Your eyes dim, your field hardens, your hormones shift. Because the feminine isn't designed to fight. She's designed to feel, to invite, to pulse. And when she stops trusting, she starts mimicking the masculine to survive. That's when disease creeps in. That's when burnout begins. That's when love gets pushed away. What trust really looks like. Trust isn't naive. It's embodied discernment. But let's take it deeper. The protection you've been seeking outside, in control, in independence, in being hyper alert, it already lives within you. Not through armor, but through your dark feminine. She is not manipulative, chaotic, or cruel. She is your inner protector, the one who knows your words so deeply she doesn't need to explain, chase, or dominate. When you embody your dark feminine, you don't need to put up walls. You radiate boundaries. You don't seek to overpower a man. You simply hold your ground so gracefully that only those who honor your value can enter. The dark feminine doesn't hide behind fear. She leads with clarity. She guards with elegance. And she receives without apology. Let's go deeper. The dark feminine is the version of you who doesn't need to raise her voice to be heard. She doesn't beg for love. She doesn't over-explain. She doesn't chase. She sits in the storm, calm, unshaking, magnetic, serving, choosing. She's not the part of you that fights. She's the part that holds the line with unwavering grace. She doesn't need to be manipulative to get what she wants. She doesn't need to shrink to make others comfortable. The dark feminine energy inside you is the one who develops the standards on how to be treated, because you take care of yourself in the same way. That's why it's not necessary to scream them, because you set the standard because you are like that. In this way, she simply knows. Knows when to say no without guilt, knows when to walk away without closing her heart, knows when to open because she feels safe in herself, not because she's being convinced. The dark feminine energy, it's about to recognize your energy belongs to you and that you are the one choosing who you share it with. So the command comes from inside you, for you, instead of trying to control anything external. A woman who lives in balance between her light and dark feminine doesn't perform softness. She embodies it. And she doesn't protect herself with hardness. She protects herself with presence. That presence is felt by men, by life, by the room. And in that presence, she's untouchable, not because she's guarded, but because she's sovereign. I know my truth. I know my intuition. And I choose to open, not blindly, but bravely. You don't need to trust every man, because you become capable to discern. And what you do need to reclaim is your right to feel safe, not just in your mind, but in your skin. Let's integrate this. Close your eyes. Place one hand over your heart and the other over your womb. Inhale. Hold. And exhale slowly. Be present with your body. And whisper, I let go the past with gratitude for the lessons that contribute in my life to become who I am now. I am safe in my body. I release in peace the belief that I must protect myself at all times. I am capable to discern what contributes to my life and stay open. I allow softness to return. I trust in me and I have confidence that my safety relies on me, my discernment, and my inner guide. Over the next 3 days, notice where you tighten around men, in your words, in your posture, in your energy. And gently invite a breath, a pause, a softening. Remember the phrase you feel more connected in this practice and feel it in your body again. You can remember it in your mind or silently repeat the words. Inside the garden, our community, we remember how to feel safe again as practice, in our bodies, with men, and with life. The link to join is in the description. I'll see you there.